Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Geekonomics. How you doing, Brian? We are back.
Oh, Mark,
Second week of 2021 has been like a year. It seems like in a week already.
yeah, yeah.
We had quite the week last week. I'm assuming everyone knows about everything that happened last week. We're not going to talk about it in this show because we're here to talk about fun things and things that make you happy. So, Brian, what's new with you? Anything?
Well, I've had a week. It's been a week. What can I say?
It's been a week and a year.
Um, um, I don't know where to start. It's weird. It's a weird Monday. Currently, we are in the second season of Narcos. Man, it's a great show. The show just gets better, and you're kind of like, wow, Pablo Escobar was just a force to be reckoned with. His personality and who he was.
Yeah.
And you're almost like like I said before, they marry real actual footage.
Yeah.
And the show is based off the DEA's after the agent's book, his life. So
yeah.
I'm sure there's factual elements of real life scenarios that really happened, and I'm sure there's a little bit Hollywood in there. And I'm really interested to like watch a comparison video once I'm done with the season, the show. But you're kind of like, wow, it kind of feels like something we just went through.
Yes, a lot of
similarities.
Inciting. Yes, a lot of
a lot of similarities with a cult-like personality.
Yes.
And it's very eerie, but it's a great show. I know Narcos came out originally when Netflix was really pumping out their original content. So what's his name from Mandalorian's in it, and he's fantastic. Pascal.
Pedro Pascal, yeah.
And this was like his first show after Game of Thrones.
Yes.
And he's really good. And then we started watching The History of the Swear Words with Nicolas Cage.
Okay.
Really funny. They're 20-minute episodes. The first episode we watched was based on fuck. They go through all the shit, fuck, and they go through. There's like 8 or 7 episodes.
Yeah.
It's really funny because it's presented where they give you where the origin of the word.
Yeah.
Where did this word come from? Did this word actually mean what it meant back then? And the fuck episode was really interesting because the fuck used to be part of people's last names.
Yeah.
And so it's interesting. I don't know. It's a really interesting show. Nicolas Cage is great in it. And we just entered the final season of Schitt's Creek. And I think we're 4 episodes in.
Oh, man.
So good.
It's a heart-wrencher.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting ready for Patrick and David's wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it is just so good. I'm going to be so sad when it's over because I think we only have like 7 episodes left, and we watch one a day.
Yeah.
Like, we'll eat dinner and we'll watch an episode.
Yeah.
So, man, what a fantastic show. And I have to say, David and Patrick's romance to me is like one of the best current
it's got to be one of the top 10 TV romances.
Oh, definitely. Easy. It is, and also it's not cliche, it's not trope.
No, it's just very original. It's just love. There's no like, they don't like, because it's 2 guys, they don't like perpetuate it, like they don't over dramatize it and make it all, I mean, besides David, they don't really over dramatize it, but besides that,
well, I mean, he is one of the writers of the show, so I mean, he could do whatever he wants. But I think that's great. But that's what I've been up to, really. What about you, Mark?
Finished watching Titans season 2.
Are you hate watching it still?
I I don't know. It was just it wasn't a hate. Hate's a strong word. I've learned over this past week. I no longer am going to say I hate things. I'm going to say I dislike things because I just don't like using the word hate anymore.
You've been saying you hate things like all the time.
I know. I've turned a new leaf. I've turned a new leaf over in
We'll see how
2021.
long. We'll see how long.
2021, I turned over a new leaf. I very much feel the same way towards Titans as I felt towards Wonder Woman 84.
But why are you continue to watch it?
Well, I finished the season now, so I don't have to watch it anymore.
Oh, it's over? It's over?
Well, I don't know. They're supposedly they're going to do another season, but they don't really like. I don't know. They didn't leave it anywhere where I'm going to be like, oh, I need to finish watching that. It very much fell into the same trope as all the other DC shows.
Yeah.
Where they start off really good, and then they just kind of just like get to ego, like not ego, but very emotion, like emo.
Right.
Everything's very, emotion based.
Did it go down the line of Arrow, where they're all walking around with glasses of wine and they're talking about the fucking bullshit?
Yeah. I don't care.
I watched one episode of Arrow.
I want to see you fighting people.
What is this?
I want to watch superheroes do superhero things. I don't want to hear about the superhero's life. I don't care what your trauma was. I don't care that Robin had issues. That's your own problem. I have my own issues. I don't want to come here to hear about your issues.
Trauma, it makes a good hero or villain.
Well, there is, but it's not like I don't need
around with wine.
I don't need 4 episodes of you solving your life issues.
Right. Well, there's good balance.
Well, when it's only a 13 episode series, like season, you don't need to waste 4 episodes on you trying to figure out your life issues.
Yeah.
If it's especially it's an ensemble cast like that, it takes away from the rest of the actors and the rest of the stories, and it's kind of like they did it very weird where like they'd start a story and then like they'd jump back in time to another story, and then that story would lead into the story that you were just on, and I hate that kind of story. I dislike that kind of storytelling.
Ooh, you slipped already.
Yeah. I finished it. I'm done watching it. So now moving on. I think I'm going to start watching. I can't remember what the show I was wanting to watch next, but I have a queue of stuff I want to watch that Flight Attendant with Kelly Cuoco.
Yeah,
that's really good. And Batman the Animated Series is now on HBO Max, so I might jump into that next.
For 2021 for me, I want to watch Umbrella Academy. They just announced season 3.
They announced the cast for the
which we'll talk
Sparrow
about.
Academy.
Yeah. And I do want to watch Doom Patrol. I do want to check that out.
That was good. I do have to say I did enjoy Doom Patrol.
Yeah.
It's quick too. It's 2 seasons. They also kind of fall into that trope a tiny bit in the second season, but it comes around. And the only issue with the second season of Doom Patrol is that, I think I've talked about this before, is that they actually had to stop filming because of COVID at the very beginning when it all like really got bad.
Yeah.
And they shut stuff down. So they were in the process of filming their final episodes for the season, but they had to like wrap it up like really quickly. So you can tell when you watch the second season that it was kind of like halted. So.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to check that out. Sorry, I'm getting a message from my wife.
That's okay.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, I do want to check those 2 shows out this year. It'd be interesting to see what the Umbrella Academy does, since they've kind of eaten up the actual graphic novels. So I wonder what they're gonna do. But I do want to watch those shows. They're on my list. That list just gets longer and longer. But
it is. When you're behind like you are, it's harder to catch up. So
I know, right? Well, I'm making. I chip away.
Yeah.
So we do have a lot of news that broke today. The biggest news, I guess we'll start off with, Deadpool 3 will be R-rated.
Yes.
And will be an MCU movie.
Yes.
Says Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
This just broke today. He was talking to Collider during a WandaVision press event, and Kevin Feige said, and I quote, "It will be rated R, and we are working on a script right now, and Ryan Reynolds is overseeing a script right now. It will not be filming this year. Ryan is very
I knew that
busy.
was not happening. Yeah.
Ryan is very busy, very successful actor. We've got a number of things we've already announced that we now have to make, but it's exciting for it to have begun. Again, a very different type of character in the MCU, and Ryan is a force of nature, which is just awesome to see him bring that character to life." So, the first rated R MCU related film will be Deadpool 3. That is cool. So that's something. This is going to be all new territory. I mean, they can still have him in that universe, but he doesn't. They can have characters. They can put him in that world. And the way Deadpool 2 ended, he was time traveling. I mean, so they could easily. I mean, he's Deadpool. They could easily bring him in there.
There's also theories that are going around the internet. I've been kind of just keeping tabs on different Deadpool news because I like to keep tab on that. That there are more Infinity Stones than the ones that were in Infinity War.
No, but there isn't though.
There is in the comic books. There is
not the original, unless they made up more. But those
they did in Deadpool. There's a continuity gem that only Deadpool can use, and that's how they let him talk to the writers and publishers of the comic book.
That's the
storyline. So there's been thoughts of that could be something that they do, that they bring in the continuity gem, and they have Josh Brolin already on the cast, so they could, Thanos him up again maybe, and throw something in there like that. So
yeah,
I'm assuming there's gonna be some kind of quirky nutball way that they're gonna bring him into the MCU somehow.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. I think it's gonna be fun. I'm glad they announced that.
Yeah.
Another big news, which is fine, is Lucasfilm Games is going to be something now. Star Wars games will be brought together under a single banner, Lucasfilm Games.
Wasn't there already Lucasfilm's Games at one point?
Yeah, Lucas Studios, which they closed down when Disney bought LucasArts.
Yeah.
LucasArts did a lot of classic games, and then they just folded. But
Force Unleashed was one of their games that they did, wasn't it?
No, I don't. Maybe the Lego games were underneath there. You would see.
I want to say Force Unleashed was.
It could have been. It could have been. According today on StarWars.com,
I think the first Battlefront might have been.
The company revealed that Lucasfilm Games is now the official identity for all game titles for Lucasfilms, a name that encompasses the company's rich catalog of video games, and it's an eye towards the future. So basically, EA is making Star Wars games right now, so that would be under that banner. And if EA continues after their contract, but I think it's cool.
Yeah.
One of the coolest Star Wars games I've been waiting for is the Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. It's supposed to be coming out this year, and it's going to have all the Star Wars films. And I love Lego games, especially Star Wars Lego games. Yeah. I try to collect everything. They're so much fun. I think did you play the Force Awakens one? It was so awesome.
I think I can't remember. I played a lot of them, so.
And then Fallen Order is going to be a new franchise, which the first game was really good.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, so that's really cool. And other we have the Academy, the Umbrella Academy season 3, Netflix unveils the Sparrow Academy cast. Sparrow. Why did I say Sparrow?
Sparrow?
Like the
Sparrow?
Sparrow?
Pizza Academy?
They closed. Did you know that?
I did know that.
Includes telekinetic
It's because everyone was confusing with the Sparrow Academy, so everyone
Q
didn't know what to do.
named Christopher.
Well, the dead member from Umbrella Academy is the leader of the Sparrow Academy.
Oh, you ruined it for me.
Well, that's from the comic book.
So I know nothing. So I
You
gotta watch.
you also forget all this before you watch it anyways. So
Yeah, I gotta watch it.
yeah.
I gotta watch it not at night.
Yes. So there are also some DC news
Yes,
that came out today.
our
Uh
favorite, your favorite.
yes. DC movies for 2021. Everyone knows Justice League Snyder Cut, but I don't know if everyone did know that Snyder Cut will be released as a 4-part miniseries
Yeah,
on HBO Max with hour-long episodes.
so I'm excited for it. I'm gonna watch it. I mean,
Then Snyder has also said he's working on making it available to watch as a single 4-hour film.
I
Which
like the
I don't
4-hour
know.
episode. I like that.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to sit through 4 hours of 2.5 hours of Wonder Woman was bad enough. I don't know if I could sit through 4 hours of Justice League.
Whoa!
Whew. Suicide Squad, of course, is coming out. We all know that's the other big DC movie coming out.
Looking
They've
forward
already
to that.
announced the Peacemaker. John Cena is getting his own spin-off show on HBO Max. It will be released on HBO Max as well as in theaters. The Suicide Squad. Other movies that people thought were coming out this year but are not now. Batman, which was originally scheduled for October because of COVID, was pushed back in filming and has been delayed till March 4th of 2022.
Yeah.
An HBO Max spinoff set in the world of Batman featuring the Gotham City Police Department is currently in the works, which I thought we already got that show called Gotham.
That
But okay.
show sucked.
It did, but I don't know why we'd go back to
No,
more
I think this is going to be more gritty, probably
police drama.
a
I
police
don't know why.
drama.
Yeah.
I would not call Gotham a police drama. I called it more of. It was more the lines of like a CW really corny
It was just
show.
it good like every other DC TV show. It was good at the beginning and then gradually got worse and worse and worse.
Oh, I couldn't get past the first couple episodes.
Once they brought in the annoying kid or the kid from Shameless to play like the faux Joker, it got very
okay. The show sucked
bad.
the moment they made Barbara crazy.
Well, that didn't help either. Yeah, that was not good either.
Oh
yeah.
God,
Yeah.
I'm so glad. I can't believe that show is over.
Yeah.
Wasn't even on.
Yeah. Black Adam starting The Rock as the anti-hero had a December 22nd of 21 release date, but is currently updated and will likely see a 2022 release. Other movies to look forward to in 2022: The Flash in November, Aquaman in December, Shazam 2 originally scheduled for 2022 is now to 2023.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
a lot of these films haven't even started filming yet, so
yeah,
take that with a grain of salt. Who knows?
They've also announced coming to HBO Max will be a Justice League Dark show, a series featuring the DC's supernatural characters such as John Constantine, Deadman, and Zatanna that received a straight-to-series order from J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot. So that should be... I'm looking forward to that at least, because J.J. Abrams is involved in it.
Yeah.
Another show, while fans wait for more news on the Green Lantern Corps movie that they're talking about doing, they can look forward to an upcoming Green Lantern show that was given the green light by HBO Max for a series order of 10 hour-long episodes. So there you go.
There you go. A lot of stuff coming out.
Yeah, and they also have the usual TV shows are coming out. Batman season 2 with a new Batwoman because Ruby Rose left.
Yeah.
Now a new person's taking over the Batwoman. Javika Leslie has been cast as the new Batwoman. Black Lightning, which I've never seen one episode of, returns in February, and then the show, which I can't imagine how it's still on the air. The Flash returns for season 7 in February, and
Wow.
Legend of Tomorrow season 6 is returning this year, which I didn't know they were still on the air. Supergirl winds up its show run with season 6 as well. The new Adventures of Superman and Lois season 1 will debut in February. Stargirl season 2, which I have never seen one episode of that, is coming out this year as well. And then you have the other shows that were moved from the universe to HBO Max: Titans, Doom Patrol, Harley Quinn, and Young Justice. They're hoping that these shows will return. There are no announced dates for when they will release on HBO Max. Titans is reportedly scheduled to wrap production on June, so at the very least, the show may release by the end of the year. So, and you can find all this information out on IGN, where they have like, you go into comics and video games and all that stuff. So
You just heard it right here. Why
you
would
heard it all right
we
here.
go-
But if you
why
want to
would-
know more, I'm saying, if you want to know more about that stuff, go to the IGN
Yeah.
website, and they'll have an article there where you can find out all the stuff about comic books and video games as well for DC.
So Mark, it's funny. Every year, I'm gonna take a detour because we don't have much news. But every year, I break my back shoveling my driveway.
Yes,
We get a decent sized snowstorm, and I'm like, I'm gonna buy
a snowblower.
a snowblower.
Because I tell you this every year.
So I got one.
We're old now. We can't be shoveling.
I bought one.
Now it
And
won't snow the rest of the year.
Yeah. Now Texas is getting snow.
Yeah, Spain got snow, and
Yeah.
we haven't got any.
And now I'm just waiting for it to
Yeah.
snow so I can use my new snow blower.
Which this happened to me. I'll tell you, this is an occurrence that happens.
Yeah.
Because when I first moved in with Claire up here, and we had a snowstorm, and I had to shovel our driveway, and my dad had always had a snowblower for years and years, and I'd always just like bust his balls about it. Like, oh, this driveway's not that long. I don't understand why I need a snowblower for it.
Yeah, but you
And I had
weren't
to
shoveling.
shovel. No, well, I used to,
Your dad would do it.
yeah, and then he'd be gone for 2 hours as he snowblowed every other person's driveway in the neighborhood. And now I'm my dad. If a snowstorm happens, I'm out. I snowblow my driveway. I take care of the lady that lives next to us because she still has to go to work every day, so she doesn't have time to snowblow her driveway. So I take care of hers. And there's a couple guys across the street. We have a teacher across the street from us that's teaching from home, so he's busy teaching most days. If there's snow, they don't have snow days anymore, so I take care of his. And so I called my dad. I'm like, yeah, I've become you. I go from house to house snowblowing until my gas runs out. But the first year that I bought a snowblower, it snowed once the whole winter. So
I mean, I'm fine with that.
which is fine by me too.
Yeah,
I'd
but
be fine with that. But
I bought it this weekend, and I'm
Yeah.
like, we probably won't get anything.
did you get the self-propelled one
Uh,
that you just push
No.
the thing and it does it on its own? Oh, that's
No,
worth it. That's worth the extra like $40 or whatever it was.
yeah, I don't know if it's self.
Because you don't have to fight with the snow. If it's like a heavier snow,
Yeah,
if it's self-propelled, it like you can level it up and it like pushes itself through. It's good
Yeah.
stuff.
good
Good
stuff.
stuff.
I can't wait to use it. I'm excited, but well,
Yeah, and you have like a decent sized driveway now. You have the 2-car
yeah.
garage, so you have the double wide driveway.
No, you can fit 4 cars in my driveway, so
Yeah.
this will be nice. My neighbor has been very generous and has helped me multiple occasions. So
Yeah, because it was like you haven't had a big driveway for a long time. The other house you were in before this had a double
big
sized driveway, and you
I've
still
had a big driveway for like a
Yeah.
long time now.
Not the smartest options on your part. You should have got a snowblower years ago.
I know. I'm fine with shoveling it.
It's not like you live in Springfield anymore, where you just have to shovel the sidewalk and that's it.
Oh, Springfield is a nightmare. You gotta shovel your space on the
Yeah.
street, and people would steal it. It doesn't even matter, but
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah, I'm part of the snow blower club, and
Yeah.
I cursed us and that's a good thing. I don't know. I'd be
Yeah.
happy with no snow for a while.
You go on the WeatherTech, you can get like the attachment, or I think it was WeatherTech. One of those, you get the attachment for the like the main bar of your snowblower where you can put a cup holder,
Mm-hmm.
so you can have like your beverage of choice as you're snow blowing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
That would be kind of cool.
And I take my my headphones on, put some music on as I go snow blowing, so I don't have to
Oh, I always have my
listen to the
headphones
snow
on.
blower noise going.
Yeah.
I do the same thing when I mow the lawn. I always have music going.
Yeah, I have headphones on, and I always listen to a podcast or something.
Yeah.
So, I
Welcome to being an old man, Brian. You got a snowblower.
It's very exciting.
Next is a riding lawnmower.
That is next on my list. I definitely got to get one of those. That's next.
Gonna get a shed to house all these things next.
Yeah, that's.
Yep, gonna go back out to the shed, get some tools.
Well, that's my basement. I'm gonna hang out in the basement, work on my models, or build Legos, or do something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, there was something else I was going to bring up. God damn it, Mark.
You're old. You forget things now. You should write these things down.
I should have wrote it down. I had something I was going to bring up. Oh, I'm still playing. I'm almost near the end of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. That game is so awesome. I played it forever yesterday. And it's probably like, I haven't played the newer one. I haven't played the newer ones. In the series, I played them all up to Black Flag. So I haven't played anything beyond Black Flag.
You haven't played Unity or the other one? Or
no,
the other one?
I own them, and I wanted to play them all in order. But Valhalla, my God, it's so much fun. And I just get lost in that world, and it's like a great escape.
That was outside the Animus story. Is it anything anymore, or they've totally kind of gotten away from that?
So, just like before, you're a woman, but I think it starts with Odyssey. You have Odyssey. The two before this, it was Odyssey and
Unity.
Unity was years ago.
And they had the one that was the Egypt one or Greece.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So the last two games in this one, the protagonist is this female.
Okay.
I don't really know her whole story because I'm in the third chapter of her story.
Yeah,
because you didn't play those two.
Yeah.
And it's fine because I don't need to. I get it, but like, you're basically out of it briefly in the very beginning, and you don't have to go out at all. If you choose not to, you can just keep playing
which to me, I understand the reasoning behind it, and I understand that the inside the Animus story is like the main thing now. But do you remember from the original Assassin's Creeds? That wasn't the main story. The main story was it
was a bolt.
There's two stories running parallel, kind of.
So in this, you'll find these elements of this big maze you got to go through, and you'll turn back into
always a maze.
Woman that you're in the Animus, and you're in the world, and there's a button where you can come out. You can come out of the Animus, and if you choose to, or you can just play the campaign. And you'll get hints about what's happening, but the main focus isn't really being outside the Animus anymore.
Yeah.
And that's fine because I think you have more choice. I could leave the Animus and get into that world if I chose to, but I don't. So
that was like the first three. That was like the fun thing about it was that the Animus wasn't like, it was the story, but you had that secondary story of like the Templars and all that stuff and all that affecting things. And
I'm just fully invested in the Viking story. It's cool because each territory you have to take over, you're up against one person.
Yeah.
But you have to become, once you come to England, you have to basically talk to the kings from each territory and get them on your side to help you fight this one, the main bad guy. So you have to get all these territories. So each territory is its own story, and they're
kind of
really
like Risk.
yeah, it's kind of like Risk, and they're really engaging stories, and it's great because I powered up my character so much that I can rip through these stories without having to take a break to power up. I've leveled up to 200 already, so I'm just like boom, 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 boom. I've got 90 hours in this game already.
Good Lord.
I know. It's I just get lost.
That's everything I can't. That's everything I don't like about the new ones. It's like it's way too much.
You don't have to. You can beat it in 50. Or
well, you know, there you go.
You can be. I played the game like this. I started off. I did a bunch of stuff.
Well, you're a completionist. You like to finish everything.
I spent 50 hours just doing side stuff to power up my character.
At playing poker and Red Dead or something like that.
No, that's John. He still hasn't beat Red Dead 2. He's just playing poker. Which is ridiculous because that story is absolutely amazing.
It is amazing.
Why would you waste your time playing poker in that game?
I wish I'd spent more time doing the side things when I played it.
Yeah.
It makes me want to go back and replay it, but then I don't want to replay it again. I already played it once.
So, this is the big thing that happened over the weekend, and I'm sure you can tell us all about it.
Okay.
Football happened, but they had the first Nickelodeon football game?
Yes, they had a game on Nickelodeon. It was simulcast on Nickelodeon.
CBS
had the regular version, and they had a kid-friendly version.
Even though the F-bomb dropped on both.
Yeah, well, because they just used the CBS feed. They didn't have a separate production company or anything.
Hey, kids!
Hey,
it's
kids!
SpongeBob! Oh, someone just said the F-bomb!
Hey, well, you know, your parents say it. Well, you know, football players say it too.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it was just every time a guy scored a touchdown, they shot graphic slime on the field, and
yeah.
When they kicked the field goal, was a SpongeBob face came up, and
I saw a highlight of it, and I'm like, that would have run its novelty off for me in 20 minutes if I was a football person.
I mean, if you were a kid, I think it might have been a little. If you were
a kid, you would probably love
trying to get your kid involved in football. It might be more advantageous. They talked more about what things were and how things worked.
I heard
that kind of thing. So
they taught the kids how do they go to the bathroom during the game.
Yeah.
How do they go to the bathroom during the game, Mark?
They just go to the bathroom.
They put tubes. They have a tube thing, or
they have a thing like a funnel thing they put on the side of the field. You just go over to the little thing there and just do it. Or you just wait until halftime.
Because you have to get that's a big whole thing.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious that Nickelodeon did this. I mean, it's cool.
I used to race car drivers and just go in your pants.
Do you think they'll do more sports like this?
Yes.
Like hockey and baseball?
I don't see why they wouldn't. It makes sense too. I mean, if you're trying to bring in a younger audience.
Right.
I mean, why not? I mean, especially now when you don't really need to have the announcers at the actual facility. You can have you're doing it like this. One guy NBC did their announcing team like this on Saturday night. Each guy was in their home. They set up studios in their house basically and just did the announcing that way.
That's cool. That's really cool. Yeah.
I mean, so if you can do it, I don't see why not. I mean, if it's not affecting anything major, it's not like there's anything important on Nickelodeon on the weekends. I mean,
right. Now, speaking of football, Mark, Brady's team won in the playoffs.
Yes, the Buccaneers won.
What's your prediction for the
Super Bowl?
Playoffs? Well, I mean, we're not done with the playoffs, right?
No. But who's going to make the Super Bowl? I'm saying.
What do you think? Buccaneers? Probably.
No.
You don't think Brady's going to do it?
I think it's going to be. I think the Buccaneers will lose this weekend to the Saints. So they won't make it. I'm thinking Kansas City and the Packers.
Really?
Yes.
for a Super Bowl.
Yep.
Now, do we think the Super Bowl is happening in February?
Yes.
Because they did talk about moving it to March.
They did, but that was if they had issues with the season, like if they had to move the season back.
Right.
But I think now they've figured out. I think with the amount of players on each team, they'll just play it.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, they'll just probably be pods of people.
Well, it's more on the teams and the players themselves to not put themselves in a spot to get COVID.
Right. Right.
Which is kind of what the thing is. I know NBA's having issues of having to postpone games and stuff because players don't go home after games. So
yeah, they're getting
some of the players have
clubs.
Yeah, exactly. So
they got good wings.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh God, what was I gonna say? So hockey's back, you say?
Yes, NHL starts Wednesday.
Now, what about the AHL? Aren't they supposed to start in January?
The AHL is starting in February.
Oh,
February 5th.
Okay.
3 teams have opted out of the season.
Really?
The Springfield Thunderbirds have opted out.
Yeah, makes sense. Springfield's numbers aren't good.
Yeah, the Charlotte Checkers have opted out. And I can't remember the other team right now off the top of my head.
So how do you have a season when these teams drop out?
So what they've decided to do is they've realigned the leagues or the divisions to fit into this new, like how things are going to work, kind of.
Yeah.
So trying to see if I can find the story here. Here we go. See if this is it. No, hold on a second. There we go. There we go. So I'll share this screen with you. At least you can see. It'll be easier to do it this way than. So as you can see, if you're at home, go to the AHL website. It'll show you what it is. The Wolfpack's division, which is the Atlantic division, is only going to have 3 teams in it, and you're only playing the teams in your division.
Wow.
So they'll play, I think they said a total of 36 games. So they'll play like these 2 other teams.
36 times?
No, like whatever 36 divided by 2 is.
Right.
So I think it's like 14 times each or something like that, 13 times each. Some crazy thing. They've broken Canada off into its own division of 4 teams. So they're only playing their 4 teams. And then there's like the North Division, which is like your New York and all that stuff. So like I said, in the Pacific Division is the West Coast team. So that's like a biggest one because they have more teams out that way. So the AHL is going to do it that situation. That's how they're working it.
Yeah.
But let's see if I can get back to the NHL. Has also decided to see if I can find theirs. They're going to switch their divisions around as well. That's somewhere here. Whatever. Mm-hmm. But they're going to have different like localized divisions for their teams this year. Like certain teams are moving and the Canada teams are all playing in their own divisions.
That makes sense.
Here it is. So like they've decided to and I guess they're sponsored divisions now. Like it's the Honda West division, and it's all like the Western teams. The Mass Mutual East division, there's all like Eastern division teams like Boston, Buffalo, New Jersey, Islanders, Rangers, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Washington.
Yeah.
The Scotia Bank division, which it's Calgary, Edmonton, all the Canada teams. And then the Discover Central Division, which has got like your Carolina, Chicago's, Dallas, Detroit's, Florida's, Nashville's, and Tampa. So instead of having 2 like separate conferences, it's now just your own divisions. Because some of these teams were in the Eastern Conference, but now they're in the Western Conference.
Right.
Makes a little sense. Bit. So they're kind of making it more centralized as opposed to moving everything around. And some teams have had issues with COVID. I know Dallas has had issues in
It's a hot spot.
not just NHL but also the NBA. Miami yesterday in the NBA had to postpone their game because they only had 8 guys available.
Yeah.
And other coaches were out for contact tracing as well.
California is horrible right now. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of this, and now we have 8 states that have already gotten the mutated version of COVID.
Yeah, including Connecticut.
Including Connecticut. Well, the 2 people that got it are in quarantine. There's the only 2 people we know of. Well, last week, this is what the governor said. So who the hell knows, right? This mutated. It sounds like the vaccine would still be receptible.
Yeah, the vaccine's still good for the new variant.
But it spreads more easily. That's the scary part.
Yeah.
Very important to just wear that mask and stay home if you can.
All the rules. Stay home if you can. If you're sick, stay home. If you don't feel like you want to get out in the world, stay home.
If
There's
you
plenty of ways
feel
to
good,
get things
just stay
delivered
home.
to you. So, yeah.
But yeah, crazy. So hockey, we'll see how this goes. It's exciting to have hockey back.
Yes, Rangers start Thursday.
How many games for NHL?
From what I understand, they're going to try to do the full season.
Wow. So usually playoffs, the game would
it's usually 80 something games. Maybe they're going to knock it down. I can't remember.
Because they would be done by May or June.
Yeah.
May would be like in the trenches of playoffs. Like we would have a Stanley Cup winner the end of May, beginning of June.
Yeah.
But if they're doing a full season, you're talking about going into the whole almost the end of summer, which would be crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of leagues are moving things around and having different things. And
I mean, you got to
stretching things out. I know the NFL has actually decided to go an extra game next year. So I have 17 game season as opposed to just the regular, whatever 16 it was this past season.
Right.
But yeah, I think they did knock down the NHL season. I'm not sure exactly. I can't remember. I don't want to say, and then
that's fine. That's
gets my brother to post that I was wrong or something.
All five listeners,
yes,
or the people who actually watch us,
yes,
they'll comment.
But yeah, I mean, it'll be nice to have hockey back.
Yeah,
especially now that football's ending, so it'd be nice.
Well, so football is in playoffs, and they have like what 3 weekends left? 3 weeks.
Yeah, well, they have next week, which is your division round. Then they have the championship round, and then they have the Super Bowl in February.
All right, so they have 2 more weeks.
With the weekend doing the halftime show.
Yeah, I okay. 2020, I have fallen in love with the weekend. I
think everyone has. It seems like it's like been the year of the weekend.
The album that he put out is
Claire just showed me his thing he posted recently where he had prosthetics put on his face for his newest video.
Yeah, that music video is awesome.
It's creepy. I was like, "Ooh, that's."
So his music videos are amazing. They're right up my alley, right up my my style. And
you're very avant-garde like that, so it makes sense.
Yeah, the new music video is "Save Your Tears." But the Blinding Lights, I was so obsessed with that song over the summertime. Allison's just like, so let me get this straight. You find a song and you play it to death. I'm like, yes.
Brian is regular
like
radio.
5.
He's regular radio. He just plays a song until it's painful.
I don't listen to regular radio, so I don't hear these songs on the radio. But
I mean, didn't you then weren't you also into the weekend? Because he did the soundtrack for Black Panther, basically, like the whole soundtrack.
Listen, I know when he first came out, I wasn't really into him.
Yeah, which is
originally he performed at Saturday Night Live.
Yes,
and I hadn't heard the new stuff at all, and I just said, "Ooh, I kind of like it." And then I got.
You liked all the music in Black Panther, which was before that.
I don't remember any of the music from Black Panther to be honest.
You should go back and listen to it all. It's amazing.
I'm sure, but it didn't I saw that movie so long ago. I don't remember it because I saw it in the theater. I haven't seen it since. So anyway, I'm telling
Okay.
you, Blinding Lights was a song I beat to death.
One song.
And then
You found one song of his and you liked it.
no, so then I was like, I gotta listen to the whole album After Hours, and I really dug it.
Which is
Then
amazing to me because you're those people that you have to listen to the whole album before you listen to any one song.
I'm no, because singles get me into the album now because I'm old. Yeah.
You've
So
fallen
then
into the contemporary.
that's who I am now. I'm a
Oh
singles man.
man. The Brynator has been destroyed.
So then
This new being.
I went on YouTube and I watched all his videos for this album, and it tells this continuous story, and it's like they're like small little like art films almost, and they're awesome. And I was just like, oh my god, this album is so
kind of like
amazing.
Paula Abdul's video with Keanu Reeves. Its own little art film.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, you know the video I'm talking about. Don't lie.
There's a Keanu Reeves and Paula Abdul video?
Yeah, Keanu Reeves was in a Paula Abdul video.
What?
Yeah. It was the one they did the drag race, if I remember correctly.
I don't know what you're talking about. Is this new? Is this old?
No, it's from like the 80s or 90s probably.
Keanu Reeves, Drag Race, Paula Abdul?
No, there was like a battle for Paula Abdul's love.
And Keanu Reeves? Wasn't it?
If I remember correctly. Yeah, Rush Rush was the name of the song.
I'm going to end the episode with that song.
Yes.
Now.
The video has very young Keanu Reeves. This is pre-speed Keanu Reeves, by the way.
Oh, I'll have to check this out after.
Yeah.
All right. I had no idea. I didn't even know that song.
Yeah.
Maybe I know the song, but I've never known about the video.
Yeah.
It's wild.
So the song is released in blah 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 music video. The video reimagines the 1995 James Dean Natalie Wood film Rebel Without a Cause, including the iconic location shots at Griffith Observatory. He drives in a 1949 Mercury, a black Mercury, and a climactic street race with Keanu Reeves filling James Dean's role of Jim opposite Abdul as Judy. Several scenes from the movie are duplicated shot for shot.
Ooh.
The video was directed by Stefan Wumitzer in 1991.
I had no idea, Mark. I got to check this out.
Yeah. It is produced by Karen Rohrabacher for Lucasfilm Commercial Productions.
Oh, Lucasfilms?
Yes.
Thing. Pretty cool. Rush. All right, we're going to end the podcast. We're going to go out now.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't know about this.
No, I didn't know about this. Follow us on Twitter.
You love yourself, the Keanu Reeves.
Geekonomics on Twitter. We're also on Facebook. Like us on Facebook.
We have our finger on the pulse of the music. We have our finger on the pulse of the pop culture. And right now we're going to play for you from 1991 instead of a song that you're just hearing now. This is a brand new video from Paula Abdul, guest starring Keanu Reeves. Rush. Everyone, if you haven't seen it, I'll put the link on the YouTube page as well. And we'll see y'all later. Enjoy the Rush.
See you next week.